welcome to my channel Market Bender. Hope you are well. So we're back again with our analysis video for crude oil and natural gas. So this week we are creating something new. So I'm going to share some updates around crude oil and natural gas. So for the upcoming week, crude oil and natural gas overview. So here is the update we have. So beginning with the US crude oil inventory. So the latest data for US crude oil inventory shows that there is a strong build in crude oil inventories. The actual inventory build is 3.463 million barrels against the forecast of 2.2 million barrels, which basically it was anticipated that there will be a build in crude oil inventories because of the decision that Trump has taken. The previous update was that there was a draw in crude oil inventory of minus 1.017 million barrels, and this basically analysis basically showing that there is an unexpectedly large build, and there's an increase in crude oil inventory which is very significant. It's significantly higher than what was forecasted, and it is also suggesting that the demand for crude oil is weaker, you know than anticipated. And if you look at, with the previous data, the previous reading also shows that there was a draw in inventory, then there was more oil being used. But now with the latest update, it seems like we have a substantial build in US crude oil inventory. Now there has been some updates around some key important reports that data is coming out for ISM and PMI, and US non-farm payroll data is out, and which basically, if you look at this data, and this week's economic calendar includes key indicators for growth in US and China. And if you look at the data, the US ISM manufacturing PMI data, which is due on Monday, at the moment stands at 49.3, and it is near a 10-month high, but still below the expansion threshold of 50. And the USM ISM services PMI data is due on Wednesday, which is currently at 54, firmly in expansion territory, though it poses slight inflationary risk. And then if you talk about Chinese Kection manufacturing PMI, which is due on Monday, it is currently hovering at 50.5. It's signaling borderline expansion. And then the Chinese Kection Services PMI data is due on Tuesday, which is remains in stronger expansion territory at 52.2. Although all these factors right now they do not show strong demand at the moment, which can pull the crude prices up. But I think we have to observe the new data and basically see what happens next. Now moving on to the US natural gas inventory data. So if you look at natural gas inventory data that was released recently, the actual drawdown for natural gas was minus 321 billion cubic feet. The forecast was 317 billion cubic feet. And this data is less than the previous withdrawal, which was minus 223 billion cubic feet. Now if you look at this data and if you analyze it, you will see that it's there has been larger than expected withdrawal. So the actual withdrawal was 321 billion cubic feet, which is larger than the forecasted one, which is 317 billion cubic feet, and it implies stronger demand for natural gas than anticipated. And if you look at that data, significant increase is as compared to previous week. And although this price for natural gas can be impacted based on the demand in the coming weeks, because the weather situation is milder right now, which as expected than before. And if uh, natural gas breaks down the important support levels, then it can go further down also. So I think, if you look at natural gas, uh, the AI reports larger withdrawal, which is basically exceeding the 5-year average. But right now, if you look at the market, how the price is trending, it shows weaker demand ahead. European gas prices also hit a 15-month high, as storage level is dropping below average. And we can expect that natural gas price would be a mild bearish trend in the coming days. So these are the latest news. Now let's move on to the charts for crude oil and natural gas important levels. Okay, so starting with crude oil. So now, as we can see that uh, crude oil was in a bearish trend. Now it is basically in a consolidation phase. It is the price right now is consolidating between the range of 62.50 and 63.50, I would say. And you will see that the price right now, is at a very important support level. 62.50 is an important support level, and if it breaks down below, then it opens the range of 6,000. So for tomorrow, Monday, if you're trading in crude oil, and based on how price moves, if it breaks the important support level, then you can look for short trades. So the first target could be in the range of 6,100 first, and then further down the second target could be 6,000. On a higher side, if the crude oil has to break the level of 6,400, it is an important level from where it has taken resistance. If it breaks above 6,400, then the next target would be 65.50, and the take two profit would be at 6,600. These are the important level for crude oil. For natural gas, if you look at natural gas right now, uh, so it was moving in head and shoulder pattern. The price was in a bearish trend. Then we saw that a small pullback. Price took resistance at 280, and then we saw the continuation of the trend for natural gas. And now, if you look at current levels where natural gas is trending, it is basically, the last session, it was basically consolidating between 260 and 270. For natural gas, if it breaks down the level of 260, it is basically going to continue the bearish trend, and then you can basically put a short trade here with the target of 250. And if in case, on a longer side, if natural gas breaks the resistance level of 270, then you can see a level that it can hit is 280. It is an important resistance level. And if it breaks 280 as well, then it opens the higher levels, which is at 290. So basically, looking at market trend and situation, I am mildly bearish on natural gas also. So I anticipate that natural gas price is going to go further down. So that's the analysis for crude oil and natural gas. If you like my analysis and my updates, please like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Market Bender. Have a nice day ahead, guys. Thanks.